Good morning. Good morning. Probably will hear my daughter in the background. She's home, babbling. So today is topic 33. Hey, Gok6. Wow, thank you. Good morning, Guru. Gok6 must need something. He's laying it down thick. What do you need from me? I don't have any money. Good morning there, Bart. Dennis? Passenger. Good mornings. Alms? Nice to have you here. I must say, Alms, I'm really enjoying your artistic journey on Discord. Some cool stuff happening. Good morning, George Wiley. Galaxies. It's funny. Gaxix, I will be in a French uh, gallery in Paris. Gallery Sakura, if you know about it. I personally won't be, but I will have a one thing there. Would be cool. If you ever go through it. It's not up now, but at some point it's going to be, I think, next month. That will be cool. Hey, Eric. Luminous Boy Studio. Thanks for the host. Cool, guys. Cool. Yeah, they're going to have some sort of female superhero theme. I will definitely announce it. So, all the lovely people, throw me some topic, and we'll get going. Now wipe the screen. This is important for everyone with a Cintiq. You need a microcloth like this and wipe the surface of your Cintiq. You might think like, I'm not like I don't do shit on my Cintiq, so it should be okay. But the thing is, like, there's biggest is skin oil. Second is dust. Dust is the biggest because they're small particles, and when you rub the tip on top of the screen, you're scratching with the dust. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 topics. I'm assuming passengers giving a topic or just randomly complaining. So let's do the dice, and if it's 5, 6, it's up for grabs. Let's see what will it be. Number 6 is up for grabs. 2 more topics. Stone Age Assassin. So next topic wins. Lion Man Gladiator. Alms wins. Lion Man Gladiator by Alms. All right. Let's start. Good morning, Lurim. Good morning. Every time I say good morning, my daughter says good morning. You can hear her, if you can hear her in the background. Hey, Master 777. Thanks for the host. Lion Man. Let's see what I can come up with. my idea is instantly I thought about a piece that Craig Mullins have done. I'm obviously no Craig Mullin, but I think I'll kind of try something. But this lion man obviously needs to be a hybrid. But my general idea is that try a little bit of a scene, so that there's a dead guy here. It's like a foundation there, Colosseum, kind of like that. Maybe some emperor, rows of people. That's the general idea. Hey, Fuxu, that's my wife. She's eavesdropping. You know, those wives, you can never trust them. So let's give him some fur. Sword. Yeah, exactly. Now it's up to you guys to convince her to be on the special stream at 1,200 followers. So we got some of this, we got some of that. Exactly. Okay, so we got kind of like the shadow. Let's start adding some light. There, Bart, yeah. Yeah, he's in school by today. He has like project day. My daughter is home. She was kind of a bit low yesterday. It's suspected kind of her being a little bit ill. So she's spending the day home. So let's see, we throw some light. I want some like nice and dramatic light. Is it that direction? On edge? No, it should be the other direction. It should be this direction. So let's see, it should also edge should also have light like that. Yeah, my son is in school. There were no, he took it actually. He came and asked if I needed it, and I said I don't need it. Uh, I need it unless you don't need it. So he said I want it. I said oh, take it. So he took it back. Hey, Mr. Panka, welcome back. You haven't been here in ages. There were, yeah. You gotta complain a little bit now and then just to keep us all on our toes. Right, so let's start to try to. I wonder if we can. I never really used hue setting, so let's see. Let's see what that does. I know it acts differently somehow than color. How exactly? I'm not too sure. The Dice Master, yeah, he is. He's the creator of the dice. He's the origin, the source material. So we got the lion guy standing there. He's way too purple, but I used purple like as a base to work the colors into. Um, I want him to feel I don't know. I didn't want to lose saturation as I was kind of muddying with blue, so that started strongly with purple. Probably going to have to fight against it, but I just wanted to kind of hedge my bets a little bit better. Experimenting, in other words, just trying to think forward. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I ruined it for myself a bit by doing so, but we'll see. Okay, so the guy standing like that, we gotta have some like he needs some sort of gear, gladiator gear. Cast shadow on the arm. I'm just trying to kind of build the image without having to repaint too much. So I'm just trying to be kind of proactive with my decision making, because I know I'm gonna have a lot to paint in order to make it read well. So we'll see. I also don't want to get bogged down in too many details, because I know details kills time. Like I want to be efficient a lot more. Color burn. Let's try that actually. Yeah, let's try that. That looked like a good setting at the moment. It's all a little bit too washed out. I want to bring back some of the punch, and what better way than, well, words, than pushing some warmth in here. Also, because it's kind of on burn, it dodges in a weird way, which means with a texture brush, I can kind of hint textures or start building brush strokes so that it'll look like I have done more work than I've actually done. So let's just shift that a bit and use another brush, because I want those vertical lines to read as the wall, while the sand needs to read as slightly different directions. I don't want the brush strokes to kind of confuse the viewer. Hey, Magshin, good morning. Okay, So I want to, let's use overlay. I want to kind of bloom the lit part of the arena a little bit more, so we get the sense of temperature. I think the purple is playing a good part now that I've been kind of layering on top. So I can kind of punch up the, almost like a subsurface scattering. I think it did work quite well in the end. Still not there though. Still got lots and lots to do. But it's interesting. It's an interesting topic today. I mean, I could have easily chosen to go more character driven, but now I felt like doing a scene. Let's see. Who's writing? Oh. So it's kind of halfway. 18 minutes left. Not ideal, but I have gotten a lot of stuff down. I feel like I need to put way more atmosphere in. It's a little bit one-dimensional at the moment, but it's easier said than done on 30 minutes. But let's try. Should have some sort of details, maybe arches to help guide the eye. Then we can also use it to our advantage for the light, to just kind of anchor the light a little bit more. And also give some detail work so it doesn't look so weird. Okay. Let's put some blues in the shadow there to suggest kind of midday fight. Hey, Captain Jetlag, good morning. Welcome. Welcome back, welcome back. So I need to start kind of pushing and pulling depth a bit, I think. Just so we get a stronger kind of hierarchy in the picture. We want him to be the focus. All right. Kind of starting to get there. Kind of. Let's oh yeah, one of those brushes. Let's see how that works. Okay. Let's make a new layer. Put some blobs of color in to suggest that's like people sitting. This brush is really cool. It's from someone. Don't remember who. Maybe it was from Aaron again, but it's like a brush that stacks and smudges. I don't know how they've done it, but it's interesting. Gotta be people in the arena, right? Sharing for the Lion Man. Probably a little bit too. No, maybe not. Let's just attempt to harmonize it a bit. Right, that did the trick. Added noise in a simple way, so it kind of looks like things which isn't there. That's good. That makes me happy when I can cheat. Ah, thanks, Captain Jetlag. Yeah, it's not always easy to do, right? So let's give the Emperor, like he's standing raising his hand, right? Let's give him the same color as his blade, so we get that connection. I think that'll be cool. And then we can have like banners hanging, some red stuff. We can put red there, put red there. So we're tying it together that way, right? Maybe. We'll see. Let's throw these guys in shadow a bit more. These guys too. Put some. Right. I like it. I like it. I like the setup. I think though things are a little bit washed out, they're a little bit weird. I need to kind of have a stronger palette. If I would have more time than 30 minutes, I would kind of start layering things more, but I gotta get a result quicker, so I'm gonna do a color lookup just to kind of limit a little bit more. Don't want the palette to be too wide. Maybe I'll just put some grays in to kind of keep the colors the way I need them to be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we need to see the Lion Man. Now the problem is, how do we draw a lion looking up and away from us that is also a man? Whew. That should be further. He should get that more. Something like that. Shit. All right, let's get this kind of rake brush. That one. I love that one for hair. Or suggestion of hair. Well, you gotta go in and erase it a little bit here and there, so it just isn't the same size things everywhere. But it's efficient to kind of suggest things with, like that. Right. That's good enough. Let's do this one. I like this one. It's this brush that's that I use some for line art sometimes. It's great to break already done brush marks with. Like you can change it up a bit so it's not so static, the brush marks. You can kind of mess it up a bit. But the risk is that you can do it too much, and then it's not that interesting anymore. The brush marks. So it's like a balancing thing. Magshan, really? That's pretty cool. Good morning, Sayar. Welcome. Let's add some details in in his gear, so we get it that it's gear and not something else. It's got to read more clearer. So looking at the thumbnail behind the text, which you can't see, you probably see it better because you have a smaller window in the stream, but he gets a little bit lost, so I gotta start working towards that now, so we get a little bit of muscles and so on. How is it that it's all tilted? All lines go left bottom and it's still working and strong. It's just what don't you understand? I mean, it's just a camera tilt, right? Maybe I don't get your confusion or question. Maybe you can just elaborate. Maybe. I mean, it's just a compositional thing. I mean, if I flip the image, it's not going to read as interesting. I mean, obviously, we're landing on his arm way more now in this composition when we flip it. This way around, we read his face, blade, like that. But I mean, this is the original way, right? I set up the image this way. And that's the way I intended to finish it with. Everything doesn't need to be exactly straight. I mean, this is just to play with the camera to show action, right? The intent of why I chose this camera is to show that we are down there with him, right? He is looking up, even though he's down in the arena. He is looking up at the Emperor, right? So he has the power, while the Emperor still has the power, right? He's up there. He's the guy in control, but we are down here with the Lion Man, and he is looking up at the Emperor. If he would have straighter shot and all these things, it wouldn't be as interesting. It wouldn't be as dynamic. I mean, I can rotate it like this, right? So we're seeing him there, and now they're eye level, and it's not that interesting. Except now, you know, we're playing a little bit with the angle that he's above the Emperor, but the Emperor is above him physically. Tormod, yeah, usually, yeah. I mean, if the face is facing to the left, it is what's it called? Struggle. If the face is facing right, it's what's it called? It's not as much struggle. That's the technical term. Man, sometimes my English is just shit. Horrible. Okay, 5 minutes left. Let's start adding. Gotta start trying to add some kind of atmospheric stuff to make it more alive, so that it doesn't feel like a sketch. If that makes sense. Okay, that's too strong. Let's shift it more towards that. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, we want that hot sun feel. That's wrong. It has to be more saturated and redder. Not better than nothing. Okay, So let's, I think I gotta put some more darks in here so that this side becomes more closer to him. Should also work a little bit more on the dead guy. So that we get it. Could put a sword like that. Could even be holding it. And the sword can be in shadow there. And blue there. Okay, shadow. Lurib is a tricky thing. It's practice. It's carefully made marks. You have to think ahead of how you want it to read. Oh, I'll use an old trick, old speed painter trick. See if we can get it to look cool. Let's flip that actually because of the angle. It's like that, something, right? Let's hope for the best. See if we can get some cool results. Oh, that was kind of nice. Nope. But I did notice though, I have too much black in the guy. So I want to remove some of those darks in there so it feels more temperature correct. Should probably give him some hotter highlights. 2 minutes left. It's not gonna come across as a lion man, except if maybe if I give him a tail. That would work. Let's give him a tail. Could also be a nice little, like, thing that invites the eye into the picture. I don't know really what it means. I mean, for this composition, he's looking forward, right? He's eyeing up for his next move. I mean, if it's flipped the other way, I think it means like he's being oppressed, right? He's backed into a corner. And I think the other way flipped, we are more on his side, right? He's looking up. We are like, yeah, kill that emperor. Now the emperor is controlling him, right? That he's backing off. And this way it's like, yeah, that's moving forward, right? The emperor is his goal. That's how I see it, at least. Might be wrong. Oh, time's up. Oh no! This was a fun one. Thanks for the topic, Arms. It was good. Good fun. I have the sun reflecting. It's not very obvious. That's the problem. Oh no. New layer. I should make it more obvious though. Thanks for pointing that out. That's cool, Matthias. That's awesome. Talkie Monster, thanks for the host. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for the challenge. Let's up the contrast a bit so it doesn't look so washed out. Yeah, Captain Jet, like the hip area is a bit awkward. It's because I think the leg goes up, but you don't see the like the continuation. Whatever. It's a good enough for a sketch, I'd say. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for the kind words. Have a fantastic day or good night, wherever you are. And remember, I won't be streaming tomorrow morning. I will put a notice up or something, just so you don't forget. Anyways, have a fantastic weekend. Bye. There comes the outro.